Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm your host D-Day, bringing you some more Oritech Academy. So I did something silly. Since I picked up all of those meteorites from the previous episode with Silk Touch, I decided to put them all down since we now have a Fortune 3 pickaxe. And I have researched it, and even the Silk Touched ore through the Fragment Forge will still yield less than if we used a Fortune 3 pickaxe on it. But I think it makes the space look pretty sweet. What do you guys think? Today, what we're going to be working on is we're going to be working on the fuel generator. So we're going to be using pumps for those oil spouts that we see all over the place. And we're going to be making the Fragment Forge. Fragment Forge is going to be super simple to make, and it will let us ore triple. So 3 times the ore. We got a jetpack now. And over here, I learned something new because of one of the new updates for Minecraft. I had no idea that we could put villagers in a boat and then lead the boat. We could pull it, but what's funny is I've been trying to get this to work with a jetpack. It's as long as I can keep it going, right? And I don't make the lead snap off, or else these villagers are doomed, right? Bye! Boom. Okay, luckily they don't take fall damage, but I have to make sure I have enough leads just in case I lose them, and I don't lose track of where I drop them. We're almost there. Almost! Let's go! Can we make it? Can we? I think we made it. Okay. Boop. And there we go. Now we can just drag them like normal. So the jetpack from modded Minecraft is what made this so silly. All right, and we have to figure out how we're going to put these guys in a safe place, because I don't want to move these guys more than I have to. He laid down in my bed. He's like, I'm taking a nap. Let's see. Am I going to be able to... Can I just row the boat? Can I just row it with the villager into this hole? Not quite. I think it needs to be too deep. All right, let's see if I can do this. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. Okay. He's not getting hurt. And we're stuck. This is a screenshot. All right, let's see. Will this work the way I'm hoping it will work? I'll put the lectern down like this and then block him in. Oh, actually, he can stay in the boat. I thought he has to walk around. That'd be weird, though, keeping him in a boat. Protection 3... Respiration 3, Blast Protection 1, Quick Charge 3. Still looking for that efficiency. Got nothing. Respiration again. Fortune 1. Luck of the Sea 3. And Fire Protection 1. Density 5. I don't know what that does. Lure 1. Silk Touch. We already have it though. Silk Touch again. Breach 2. Density 1. Lame. Ooh. Blast Protection 4. It's a bummer. So I think the only one that we still need is efficiency. Channeling, Feather Falling 3, Protection 1, Infinity, Lame, Luck of the Sea, Silk Touch, Fortune 3, nice. We already have that one though. Bane of Anthropods, Knockback, Riptide, Flame again, Infinity again, Quick Charge, Multi-Shot, Lure 3, Knockback, Multi-Shot again, Respiration, Sweeping Edge 1, Respiration 3, Sharpness 3, we already have Sharpness 5 on a guy, Crosswalker 2, Silk Touch again, Fortune 2, Silk Touch again, Thorns 2, Loyalty 3, Loyalty 2, Curse of Binding, that's awful, Feather Falling 1, Unbreaking 2, Respiration 2, Punch 1, Aqua Affinity, Loyalty 3, Mending, okay, we already have a Mending book, but this one is pretty rare. Quick Charge 3, Unbreaking 3, wonderful. We already have that one though. Fire Protection 2, Piercing 2, Impaling 5. Is that only for the tridents, right? Punch 2, Quick Charge 2, Frostwalker 1, Thorns 2, Punch 2, Curse of Vanishing, Looting 2, Multi-Shots, Knockback 2, Frostwalker 1, Infinity, Loyalty 3, Bane of Anthropods, Efficiency 5. Yes! There we go, guys. And here we go. Efficiency. Oh. Wonder why. Oh, restock. Twice per day. Okay. Move that. We got our efficiency 5. Watch. When I put efficiency 5 on the drill, it's going to be too fast for me. That's just the way I am. Drill. Efficiency 5. All right. Let's see if it's too fast. It's not that bad. All right, enough of a detour. I just was really excited about learning the new update where you can attach boats to happy guests and move villagers. And I read in one of the notes that leads can be put on boats forever now. And I had no idea, because I know you can bump a villager into a boat. I did not know you could lead the boat. Let's get into the Fragment Forge. So, super simple recipe. Plastic sheets, motors, plating, and a flux gate. We've already made all of this stuff. Alright, we'll switch the biofuel, plastic, carbon, electrum, redstone. Processing unit. And processing unit, fluxite, platinum. Flux gate, steel and fine wire. Nickel, steel, and magnetic coils. Motors. And 5 plastic makes the Fragment Forge. Ooh, yeah. Let's see. Mod loader drama. Let's go ahead and just put them down right here for now. And wow, we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the cores. And I just realized that the improved machine core with the carbon fiber strands is actually a pretty cheap recipe because it's just coal. Really cool to see the centrifuge spinning so fast. When you put the skulk in, it spins super slow. All right, there's all of our copper reinforced plating. Let's set it to do more solid biofuel. And this should be as simple as, here's all our 7 advanced machine cores. Nice. And let's right click this guy into oblivion. So cool. That is so cool. I love it. It looks great. It looks like it has 1, 2, 3 ports. Let's make some machine extenders. 2 of them. Yep. And I'm kind of curious about this machine yield add-on. From what I understand, it doubles the byproduct amount in the Fragment Forge. And if we look at the book, under the Fragment Forge here, it says 3 is the effective maximum. Okay. So it sounds like the same thing here. With the Machine Hunter add-on, 3 is the maximum on the range of 64. Alright, copper reinforced plating. And let's go ahead and make the 3M lasers. Alright, and by 3M lasers, of course, I mean the indirect lens. So let's go ahead. That should give us everything we need, yeah? For 3 of the machine yield add-ons. Alright, so let's check this out. Let's see what it looks like when they are attached to the unit. Not too bad. It's not that bad. Machine yield add-ons, 3 of them. How about we move the unit over 1, and we add the machine blocks to it to see what it looks like. So machine extenders is what I'm talking about. Add-ons are functional, and now the machine yield on top. See, I don't like it when it goes in front of the unit. I think that looks goofy. Should I hide one in the back for now? Right there. Does look like we got an extra machine add-on in our inventory. We can slap this guy on and then start processing us some of the platinum that we have. There we go. We'll just hide it in the back. All right, so let's give this guy some power. So we'll come down here, framed on the bottom, and then attach it this way. Ugh, I ran out of RF. Man, All right, it has 3 machine yield add-ons on it, a little bit of a speed add-on. That doesn't really matter. I'm really curious about these max 3 machine yield add-ons, of course. Let's see what we can do. We have 20 raw platinum. Let's watch this guy work. Very cool. Can we see inside at all? So cool. Yeah, I think the yield add-ons, instead of giving us 3 smalls, it gives us 6. Yeah, cool. And there we go. We got 40 fluxite. We got 3 small platinum clumps. I think the only use, the only use is to combine to a full platinum clump. But out of those 20, we got 33 clumps. Now what we're going to do is we'll take it over here to our centrifuge with water. We're going to wash the platinum clumps now. Wow, this one is going super duper slow. Probably because of the power transfer. The biogenerators are both running. The lava generators are offline, but we can have them run. So the centrifuge is doing its thing very, very slow. The problem is power. So we are turning the clumps into 2 platinum gems each, which when we put into the foundry, they can alloy 2 of these gems to make 3 platinum ingots. So since our big problem right now is the power, I mean, this is a good segue for us to go into the fuel generator. Our fuel generator, look at that. Required machine cores 17. Wow. It has a production of 256 RF a tick, but only 2 add-on slots. So this guy's going to run off of oil. So 2 basic generators. We need 5 of the biosteel and a plating, and another enderic lens. There's our lens. And let's go ahead and make the most important part, which is the fuel generator. 17 cores, wow. How are we on our coal? So we did dust 64 coal. I'm not sure if the core determines how much power the fuel generator makes, or if it just determines how many add-on machine extenders can be added to the add-on slots. So let's just go ahead, make 17 out of the basic ones. All right, so let's make 15 more. Boom. Boom. 17 cores. And where should we put this bad boy? This big, bad oil burning generator, the fuel generator. I have a feeling like we shouldn't put it indoors, right? How about we put it out here near the enderic laser for the budding amethyst, since this looks like somewhere where a generator would be placed, right? Right here. Even though I really love the lasers firing around at everything, let's sleep the night so that the video is brighter for you guys. And let's go right click like crazy. Very cool. Oh, that's cool. That is so cool. It's too bad all of the blocks underneath this unit aren't the connector ports. All right, fuel generator. Wow. Okay, so it takes oil. I know that. Yeah, in the front and in the back is where we can attach stuff. So this is the funny one. Murica. F yeah. Crude oil bucket. So now we need to find ourselves these spouting oil veins. So we do have a portable tank and we do have a bucket. Let's go ahead and make another pump and go ahead and take a coal generator with us and see what we can pull off. All right, and I vaguely remember in this direction, yep, right there we have one, and right there we have one, and there's another one. So you just need to fly around and find them. Let's go for this one here, or does this one look better? Looking for something a little bit more flat. So let's go for this one. All right, and I gotta be careful because I'm pretty sure if I hit one of the grass blocks, it will auto update everything around it, which will make the oil start spilling out. All right, so let me see if we can do this the way we used to in Buildcraft. Yeah, it auto updates the block whenever you touch it. So if I pillar up, it's going to auto update every block. We're going to have to go one wide. All right, I'm going to try to make a square around this. I know the quest book tells us to bucket the spout until the ground, but I want to do it this way. All right, guys. I tried to make it look like we pillared up. Of course, Buildcraft makes it look a lot cooler when we have pipes instead of blocks, but I wanted to make it look a little bit like we're actually going out and drilling. So let's put down our pump here. It now registers. Pump is initializing, not enough energy. It should register the oil that is below it. And I was curious to see if we could do this, if we could pump it directly into one of these tanks. So let's see. Pump is working. And yeah, it's pumping the crude oil. Very cool. We're already at 23 buckets. Cool. Wow. Okay, we're full. 256 buckets in our portable tank now. What's crazy is this guy's still going. All right, tank is full. Okay, the pump is, now we can see it's filling with power. The tank is full. It's filling with power. I'm pretty sure when this buffer is finished for the pump, it'll work on the buffer to the coal, to the basic generator. Yes, and yes. So I'm pretty sure when this guy fills up, it will stop burning the coal. It only needed 4 coal to pump an entire portable tank full of crude oil. That is crazy. All right, so let's head home and let's see. Can we just attach this guy here with a pipe and extract? Does it work like that? It does work that easy. So it'll just drain. The fuel generator is full of crude oil. It is making a whole bunch of power. That is so cool. So we could put it in the back. I'm curious too, is this one going to be inefficient, like it just keeps burning? Or when this guy fills up, will it stop? Because that would be a dream come true. If the fuel generator stops burning. Please, please, please. It's full. It stops. Guys, it stops. It is efficient. It is a generator that produces 256 RF a tick, and it stops when the power isn't needed. Wonderful. Getting the oil, as you can see, is really, really easy. So building fuel generators, this is our power source now. Wow, this is awesome. Oh, and I just noticed the quest book wants us to get one of every clump. All right, we got 42 platinum gems inside of our centrifuge. We can flip this over with the other gems that we've already been doing in the foundry as an alloy. All right, so testing this guy out. Pump is working. We are now pumping into 2 more tanks at the same time. And before I forget, let me come down here and grab a bucket of crude oil so that we get the quest for Murica. Got him. Got him. Ha ha. We got another portable tank full. Wow. And we have a 3rd tank full. Wow. 3 tanks off of 1 spout so far. That's crazy. So couldn't we just do this? And yeah, it drains from both of them now. That's crazy. All right, so can we, it's attached here, and attach it to the front of this port. Wow. It's running. All right, it capped at 63. We'll let it keep alloying while we mess around with our new generator. This guy is beyond amazing. Let's grab 3 tanks and a chunk loader, and let's go chunk load the area, because I have a feeling if we're getting 3 full tanks worth, that there might be a lot more down there than I thought. All right, so left, right. Can you go in through the bottom? Does look like it attaches. Yeah, okay. So this one's got 32 buckets in it. This one has 30 buckets in it. This one has 6. Okay, yeah, it's working. F3 and G, and yes, we are inside. Okay, all of it is inside one chunk. Good. That's what I was worried about, that the basic generator was going to be outside of the chunk. So let's drop this guy down and click to load. This thing looks awfully round. Does it have oil inside of it? Is this an Oritech thing? Whoa. Oh, is this what the reservoir looks like inside, but under it? It's a giant ball, isn't it? Oh, okay. So that's the spout here. And this entire round section, that's where the entire oil reservoir is. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of blocks worth of oil. That is a lot. It's huge. So I am kind of curious now. How deep does this guy go? Wow, yeah. This is crazy. Before I drown, though, let me dig a hole. Okay. I think it's taking random blocks. Because you can see the blinking. Let me step out to get some air. There's blinking blocks. Yeah. Where it's being bucketed out. Cool. So it's not just a straight line. I was hoping that it was going to go from the top down so that I could slowly see it being emptied. It looks like it's just going to take random ones until it's gone. And we are at, wow. So from 20 raw platinums, we have a stack and a half of platinum ingots. That is definitely more than ore tripling. That is crazy. So from 20 raw platinums, we got double, triple, quadruple, almost quintuple. So almost 5 times the amount. That is nuts. That is awesome for the platinum though. Because now we are not struggling on platinum at all. Bam, bam, bam. Diamond chests. And now let's see, hopper into the Fragment Forge, and then the pipe goes underneath to this diamond chest. So I'm going to slowly start moving everything into this room. Let's see, we've gathered a whole bunch of regular ores. So let's drop those into the Fragment Forge. Let this guy get to work. Yep, dumps it out. And we're going to get triple the byproduct now. Oh, but it's not going to auto combine the small clumps. What's great though is when we get these clumps, we can either choose to use the centrifuge with water to get even more of that one, or we can centrifuge it without water if we're looking for one of the other ores. So if we have more than enough copper, we don't need copper, then we don't need to be running them through the centrifuge with water. We can run them through the centrifuge with without water to get more gold. These copper gems, we can still alloy them to make 3 for every 2 copper gem, but every 3 of these clumps can be combined to make 1 more gold. So by running it through the Fragment Forge, the copper gives us small gold clumps, but also these clumps can be centrifuged to get more gold dust as well. All right, 5 steel. Let's go ahead and make another fuel generator. And we have a ridiculous amount of lapis. We're taking a really big hit on our copper supply, but we have a lot of copper coming through the Fragment Forge now. All right, so I'm kind of curious if this looks good or bad. So let's see. Can I put another one on top of this guy, or is it going to free float? It's going to free float. I did find one of these dungeons, and I do kind of like the blocks that are in here. Maybe I can snag some of these building blocks, like these copper grates. Maybe I'll use those. Let's see if we put a level between them. Will that maybe look better instead of it free floating? Man, I have so many arrows in me. It's so funny when Minecraft sticks so many arrows in me. All right. I have a feeling this is going to look like it's too high. I don't know. What do you guys think so far? I don't know. I'm not really sold on it yet. I might just put the units just next to each other. And I don't like that it attaches up here. Alright, we can use the wrench to disconnect that, but still, I'm not sure how I feel about how it looks. I'm thinking about something a little bit more like this kind of a setup. Drop them off like this, have them up high just a little bit, and unload and unload. But like I said, what do you guys think so far? Let's go check out our pumps that were chunk loaded and see if they're still doing as well as we hope. 256, 256. We have a ridiculous amount of oil, and it's only one of the spouts. Looks like the Fragment Forge is doing really well, burning through all of our ores. Let's see, how's our chest doing? It is filling up with a lot of the small clumps. Oh, but we are getting small platinum chunks. This is awesome. That is really, really cool. So from the raw nickel, we're getting small platinum. Yep, we're fragmenting the small platinum, and then let's see, nickel clumps. Yeah, we could run them through the centrifuge without water for small platinum dust, but this one only gives us 2. So we would need 5 clumps to get an extra platinum out of it. And this is really awesome. The raw iron in the Fragment Forge gives us small nickel. So the small nickel clumps from the iron we can put together, and we can also get the platinum dust from iron. So the byproduct of a byproduct. Overall, I would say we run everything through the Fragment Forge, and then we combine it into clumps. And then from that point on, we see what do we need. Like the gold clumps, do we really need to centrifuge it for more copper? I don't think so. So we could use the fluid one to make even more gold. Platinum, do we need to centrifuge it for fluxite? Nah, I wouldn't do that. We'll wash them to get more platinum. Now the copper, on the other hand, do we need to wash it to get more copper? Or should we run it through the centrifuge to get more gold? See, copper is going to be no problem. So I would say we run the copper through the non-water centrifuge to get more gold out of it. The nickel, I would say nickel, we run it through without water for more platinum. Iron has a really weird looking iron gem, but I would say running the iron clumps through the centrifuge without water for more nickel, of course. That makes nickel dust. So you can't make clumps. It'll just give you more nickel that way. Nickel is one of those where it's a little bit easier to find iron than nickel. I would say iron we can do in either or. Clumping along quest, that's pretty funny. We did just get all of the clumps. Oh, it looks like it wants us to get one of every gem now as well. So this is pretty cool. Like the gems, we can use 2 gems to alloy them to get 3 ingots. And later what we can do is we can engrave them and turn them into 2 dust. So even better. Taking away the byproduct, this would be ore quadrupling, because we would be doubling the clump into a gem and then doubling the gem into dusts. Engraving we'll do in another episode. What I'm going to do now is the painstaking work of processing all of our ore through the Fragment Forge, combining all of the different ores and seeing what we're going to do, and possibly even expanding the centrifuge so that we have multiple centrifuges running, and we see how fuel efficient these guys are. They are super efficient. I might expand with more of the fuel generators in order to have more RF per tick, because oil, we're not going to have any problem with oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks off of that one spout so far.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Smash like to show your appreciation and consider leaving a boom in the comments section below. Also, click on my dude here to subscribe for more Let's Plays. Ooh.